I gave speaking feedback to over 100 students. Some had been studying Korean for 6 months, and some had been studying for more than 3 years. Almost all of them made the same three mistakes. Not grammar mistakes, but speaking habits. And no textbook teaches you how to fix them. I want to show you what they were because there is a good chance you're doing at least one of them right now. If you don't know me, my name is Seunghee. I've been teaching Korean for almost a decade. And just in the last few months, I have personally listened to and given feedback on tens of thousands of Korean sentences from my own students. Today, I want to talk about three habits, and almost every student had at least one. And the reason most people never fix them is that they're trying to fix them in the wrong way. The first pattern: almost every student used the most formal Korean, no matter the situation. Talking to a friend, coworker, someone's parent, all the same tone. But in Korean, the way you speak changes depending on who you are talking to. And no textbooks really teach you that, so most students never practiced it. They just spoke the same way in every situation. But imagine your partner's mother asked you, "How was your day?" And you responded like a news anchor. Well, technically it's correct, but completely unnatural. She can tell immediately that something is off, even if she can explain exactly why. Perfect grammar, but the wrong tone for the moment. Most courses teach formal Korean first because it is the safest starting point. There's nothing wrong with that. But students keep using it even when they should be speaking more casually. Not because they don't know casual Korean exists, but because they have never actually practiced using it. Second habit: when a student didn't know what to say, they went completely quiet. The time passes, and the other person is now wondering if something went wrong. But think about how you handle the moment in your own language. You fill it with something, like a sound, a word, just enough to show that you're still there and still thinking. Korean has exactly that, such as 그러니까, 뭐지? These are not grammar points but social signals. They signal to the other person that you're still thinking and the conversation is not over. A big part of the students who came to me were not using them. So every time they paused, the conversation just stopped. And then what came out next was rushed because they were trying to catch up to where the conversation had stopped. You only need one filler. That is all it takes to keep things moving a little more naturally. Third habit: at some point during their speaking, many students would start a sentence, get stuck in the middle, and just stop, and they would start over or give up completely. Like, 저는, 저는 아침에, 저는 아침에. Korean people don't do this. When a sentence gets complicated, they simplify. They say something shorter and they finish it and then move on. A short, finished sentence always sounds more natural than a long, unfinished one. Always. The listener doesn't know what you were trying to say. They only hear what actually came out. And a short, clear sentence is something they can follow. So here's what I want you to do, and it's quite simple. Pick one real situation you need Korean for. Greeting your partner's family, calling to reschedule something, or running into a Korean friend. It doesn't really matter which one. Just pick something real and record yourself speak out loud in Korean. Then send the recording to a native Korean speaker and ask them to tell you where your tone sounded wrong, where you went too quiet, and where you left a sentence unfinished. That feedback is the thing, not the recording itself. Then do it again the next day. Same situation with that feedback in your head. You're not trying to be perfect. You're just trying to make the situation familiar enough that your brain starts to recognize it. Not as something new, but as something it has done before. One of the students I worked with this month, she told me she had been studying Korean for almost 3 years. So she could speak with her Korean family in-laws. She understood everything they said at family dinners or family gathering, but she never spoke back. Not because she didn't know the words or grammar, but because every time she tried, she started a sentence, got stuck in the middle, and gave up. So we picked one scenario, arriving at a family dinner and greeting everyone. She practiced it 5 times in one session. And by the fifth time, the sentence was short, but it was clear and it was finished. Not impressive Korean, but Korean that actually worked. She said, I realized I was trying to say something beautiful. I should have just been saying something true. Practice short, true sentences. That is all you need. This is what we do every week in our free Korean learning community. Each week, I share one simple Korean prompt. It is something small like, what did you do this weekend? Or what is one food you could eat every day? Then learners record their answer in Korean. They speak out loud in their own voice. It doesn't need to be perfect or scripted. Just say the way you can. After that, I listen to each recording. I tell you what you did well and also what needs improvement and how a Korean person would say it more naturally.